Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Vobes show on the 30th of May 2018. I had to think then, from an allotment in Littlehampton. It's exciting, isn't it, Julia?
It is.
It is a beautiful sunny day, a sunny evening, I should say, and we are broadcasting live from Littlehampton in West Sussex. I'm Richard Vobes.
I'm TLJ, and who said C?
TLC. We need a bit of TLC because we've been a bit strained to get everything set up. And we'll tell you all about that in a moment. We're slightly in a weird position, and you'll see why. But let's first of all make sure that there are people out there, and that I think we're talking and you can't hear us. There we go. That's it. Sorry, the music was probably too loud. So let me just reiterate all of that. It's not raining. No, thank God for that. I'm going to turn the music completely off, actually, just in case I'm confused. Welcome to the show. We are in an allotment in Littlehampton in West Sussex. I'm Richard Vobes.
I'm TLJ.
Yeah, there we go. And we're live. We're live on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, then this is a pre-recording. With us in the allotment, and whose allotment it is. Whose is it?
It is Richard Suggett.
Richard Suggett. Shall we say hello to Richard Suggett? He's our host. I think we should. Hello, Richard.
Good evening, Richard, and everyone in the Vobes show land.
It's lovely. It's lovely to have you here. We are in your allotment, and it's a spacious allotment, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Even if it is full of weeds.
You're not implying that it's us that are the weeds.
Of course not. Would I do that?
Fantastic. Well, Richard, you're going to be doing some cooking, and you're going to have got some ingredients from this allotment that you're going to be putting into that cooking. Is that right?
Well, the only thing that's came from the allotment, to be honest, is the onion.
Is the onion?
Is the onion.
Oh, right. Okay, that's a bit of a letdown.
Oh, actually, no, I've got the rhubarb as well. I forgot about that.
He's got rhubarb as well. Do you like rhubarb?
Rhubarb.
Rhubarb and onion? That's a strange combination. Now, just to explain to everybody watching, we're in a bit of a weird situation. So, actually, Richard is over there. If Richard, you could come into this camera. So there he is. That's Richard, and the setup over there, you can't really see it because we haven't got enough cameras, and we are actually sitting in an allotment with lots of gear, and we'll take a picture later and show you what it's like.
It's pretty packed, isn't it?
It's pretty compact. And then over there we've got the second camera with a table full of bits and pieces, lots of food, which we'll find out what you are going to cook over on that camera, which you can't see. But there you look. That is a genuine allotment, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. How about that? So this is mad, isn't it?
It is.
It is mad.
It is. When I designed this allotment, I never once thought it would be doing this, if I'm honest.
So there you go. Now
if I had, it would have given us more space.
Well, it's a one-off thing, ladies and gentlemen. Just as we started, it was a bit of a dull day. We had the camera round, so it was more straight on. Not that this is really important. And then the sun came out. Mm-hmm. Which was a bit irritating.
Shone straight down the lens.
And gave you a lovely halo
as it
happened.
I was singing Beyonce.
Were you?
I was.
Is that what you were singing?
Yes, it was.
I wonder what... I've put in earplugs so I couldn't hear it.
It wasn't caterwauling.
Oh, wasn't it? I don't know what that means.
Cats, caterwauling.
Oh, caterwauling, as in... Meow!
Yeah, as in serenading each other on the garden fences and stuff.
Oh, okay. So
sounds like my singing.
That sounds good. Let's see if there's anybody actually out there making any comments. So there we go. Hello to everybody. Paul Couchman says, this is wonderful. Thank you, Paul. That's very kind of you. Downsland Michael says hello. Kevin Hall says, I bet the other people will think you're all bonkers.
Nothing new.
Are they still there? I like this outdoor thing. Yeah, we like it, actually. We very much like it. Those other people have they've disappeared. There's their car. Oh no, wait, there they are. Look on the left-hand corner of your screen. I don't know why I'm pointing. You can't see it. They're pottering around. We should have had some secret cameras potted about, which would have been great. But anyway, let's get on with the show. Richard, go back to your station and tell us what you're going to cook up for us today.
Well, I'm keeping it simple today. We're right at the end of a hungry grap, so there's not a huge amount of food coming out of the allotment just yet. So, at home, made some burgers.
Oh, fantastic. Just show them again. They look really, really lovely, don't they? These are homemade burgers.
Homemade, of course.
Homemade, of course. Of course. No mucking about there.
I didn't make these, I'm afraid, but I've got some sausages as well.
Oh, lovely. That looks nice. You better be getting these on the barbecue. Otherwise,
Um,
will they cook in time? Because
they will.
we haven't got long, have we?
Yeah, I'll pop them on in a second. Also, for
Yeah.
refreshment,
Yes.
my homemade elderflower cordial.
Oh, do you know? I thought that was going to be gin.
Uh,
I thought that was going to be some sort of alcoholic drink. You're actually trying it, aren't you? This is what we've had a little preview of it. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, do you know what though? He tried to give me the orange cup.
Oh yes. Could you pass the orange
I
cup?
was like,
to-
who do you think I am, Martin Snow?
Yes. I've got Martin's cup. Cheers, Martin. But you've got a lovely purple cup.
Cheers. Thank you, Richard.
you're very
It's
welcome.
very kind of you. It's so nice. So this is great. This is what I've been aiming to do with the live show. We had the Regency Townhouse, which was marvellous to be in this wonderful building with all these lovely people. And now we're outside doing our first OB outside broadcast. You know, it's absolutely amazing. And we're streaming, I should just point out, we're streaming on this little gadget. This little thing here, I better be careful how I handle it in case the signal drops off. But that little thing there is responsible for the signal coming out. So thank you to EE for that, although we're paying through the nose for it, but there you are. We better find out what Richard's up to.
I'm about to put the sausages on.
Oh, lovely. Now, it's a shame we can't... Oh, I wonder if I can just tilt the thing down. Hang on, I'll just come over. I'll tilt the thing down so we can actually see what you're doing. There we go, look.
There we go. I'm just putting them in a pan to start off with because I want to save the fat from the sausages for the onion.
Sorry about that noise, ladies and gentlemen. So sorry, say that again. I wasn't concentrating.
I'm keeping the sausages in the pan for the moment because I want to save some of the fat that comes out of the sausages
I
for
see.
the onions.
Oh, for the onions. Oh,
Yeah.
what a clever idea. That's
Yeah.
brilliant. Hang on, I'm just fading you back up. There we go. That's lovely. This is manual camera dexterity at the same time. Any interesting comments, Julia?
You're a bit overdressed, Richard S.
But look at his look. He's
Is
got a
that
bit of
Becky?
some merchandise. Show us your T-shirt. There we are. It says the Veg Growers Podcast, just so that we get the bit of publicity for Richard there. It's a terrific podcast that you do, Richard.
Thank you.
What have you been discussing in your podcast recently?
On Monday's show I just discussed what I'd done over the last week, which was a hell of a lot of planting.
Oh, really?
Because it's
What sort of stuff are people putting in at the moment?
pretty much everything you can imagine.
Oh,
It's,
right.
May is a very, very busy time, especially the latter half of May.
Mayhem, I suppose.
Mayhem.
Is it
Mayhem.
mayhem?
Mayhem. So yeah, we've
Fantastic.
got peas have gone in, tomatoes have gone in, cucamelons have gone in.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Oh.
spent 7 hours down here on Sunday and 3 hours on Monday.
Oh, gosh. That's dedication for you, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Would you like to have an allotment? You've got a garden, though, haven't you?
I have got quite a big garden. I'd like to be
Yeah.
doing something with that first.
Yeah, okay. What would you grow in your garden, food-wise?
Potatoes.
Oh, okay, very ambitious. then.
Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to start, low.
Low.
Start small and build up.
So if you
Hopefully
start
with,
low, you've got a lot of bending down to do, haven't you? To
Well, I
pick
don't
up
have far to bend.
No, that's true. She's a bit
I
of a
thought
short
I'd
house.
get-
Get that joke in before anybody else. Any other interesting comments? No.
No.
No, okay, fair enough. If you've got any questions for Richard Suggett or for the lovely Julia, then do send them in. Now, before we go any further, we had something in the post,
We did.
and we've saved it because I wanted Julia to be in here. So, Julia, what did we get in the post?
This cute looking package.
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting address, isn't it, on that, that
Yeah.
lovely package?
It's been suitably censored.
Oh, yes, that's because some idiot revealed his address on another show. I can't tell you what show that was, but some show.
What a bonker that was, eh?
Yeah, what a twerp. What an absolute diddly man. Whatever
So-
a diddly man is.
In here,
Yes. Oh, this is it.
there's two little packages.
Isn't there a card as well?
Yes.
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 Yes. This is so
Yes.
exciting.
Oh, how cute.
That says
Can you see
Richard and
that?
Julia with a little smiley thing on the back.
Yeah,
Little sticker.
pretties. And look at that.
I guess that's for me
Cute.
because it's purple.
Oh, it must be.
Yeah.
And that must be mine because it's got a purple ribbon.
Oh yeah. No, wait. It's the other way around, isn't it?
You're so clever.
He's so clever. So whoever it is, we don't know. So should we open the
Yes,
card to
yes.
find out? Open the card, see if it is. This is like Christmas
Don't
all over
mind
again, isn't it?
if I do.
So beautiful card.
That was pretty. I thought these might be a bit of fun. Happy exploring. Love, Maggie Walters.
Hey!
Hey! Dottie says woof and Robbie says hi.
Oh,
Hello,
that's so
Maggie.
kind.
Hello,
Thank
Robbie
you so much.
And Dottie.
I hope, Maggie, you are out there. Have we seen Maggie on the list of people?
She's commented
she's
about
here,
me having
she's
clothes
here.
on.
Oh, she's commented on you
She's
having clothes on.
here.
Well, that's all right then. Oh,
Oh.
yes. So fantastic. So this is really good. Oh, yes, redacted. Oh, yes, Linda Kane says you've got a redacted address this time. So that's really nice. Emily Champion says, had a couple of apple trees, strawberries, peas, decided to do it at home in the end. I don't know what you mean by in the home. It's from Maggie. Yes. So, shall we open them up then?
Yes.
Let's see what's...
Very, very prettily done.
Very lovely. Thank you
Probably
so
want
much.
to mess it up.
So here we go. Yes, I've just done a double knot now. I can't undo it. Have you got a pair of scissors over there? You've got a knife.
Come here.
I've done it into a double knot.
No, you can pull that bit out.
Oh,
There you
right,
go.
okay. I've got
Simples.
mine. I've got the simples. I've got mine ready.
can't do it.
I'm going to open this at the same time as you've done yours. How's the cooking going on
No, I
over
can't
there,
open mine.
Richard?
Well, I've just burnt my hand, so
Oh,
we're off
hang
to
on.
a good start.
You burnt your hand.
Yes, I just grabbed the pan without thinking about it, of course.
Of course, it would have got hot, wouldn't
Yeah,
it? Yes. You nana. Right, Julia, how are you doing? Are you ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, go. Oh, wow.
Oh, it's glitter. No glitter. These things, little heart-shaped sequins.
Oh, I don't think luckily, I don't
You
think
did have them.
Did
I
I?
just watched them go
Oh,
everywhere.
Did they go everywhere? Well, I've got... Oh, look at that. Go on, you go first.
I spy trees.
I spy history.
I thought that was his tree then. I
That's
was like,
his
"Where?"
tree, yeah.
Oh.
So thank you so much, Maggie. That's so kind. Thank you.
Oh,
That's,
she's written in them too. For
oh,
the
yes.
lovely Julia.
To the lovely Julia. To the not so lovely Richard. No, to the fabulous,
Fabulous.
bald explorer. Thank you so much. Isn't that lovely?
Thank you.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Right. I think I littered the place.
Yes, I
somewhat.
want
Right.
that stuff.
I've got it. I'm using it to protect my hand.
Oh, that's a good idea. Well done. Right. So, Richard, how's it going over there at the chef's station?
So far, so good. I've roughly chopped the onion.
Roughly, that is
Roughly,
rough, isn't it?
that is rough.
What did you chop it with? A blooming hacksaw or something? An axe?
This knife, completely the wrong knife.
Oh, right, fair enough. That's all good fun.
So yeah,
So we're doing the burgers. So tell us the order of the order of service. Because you do a lot of barbecues, don't you? You are a barbecue aficionado.
Absolutely. I love a good barbecue.
Do you?
Yeah, every week at the moment I'm trying to barbecue when I'm working down the allotment.
Gosh,
So
that's a commitment, isn't it?
I know, but I like smoked food quite a bit.
Oh, and talking of smoked food, have you got it?
I have got some smoked cheese.
Yesterday's show we played in Richard's video, which was absolutely brilliant, I have to say. It was really good because it was so instructional and so easy to understand, and thank you for doing that. And yeah, your smoked cheese.
Yeah,
And I have to say, I did tell my sister that I said, I know this chap, he's a bit bizarre, he does bizarre things, I said to her. I said, yeah, he smokes his own cheese. And she went, what? And I said, no, not rolled up, sitting there smoking it like this. She'd really thought that. And I said, no, and she was very impressed. So that was great. So what does it look like, Richard?
Well, it looks like that.
Oh, wow.
As you can
Look
see.
at that. Yeah.
I've cut the end off so you can see on the inside, but you can kind of see where the
Yes.
smoky outside, the oils from the smoke and stuff has
Penetrated
impregnated the
through, that's
cheese.
Do we get a sneaky taster?
I am just cutting you some up. I would say I find, because first time I've used this particular type of wood,
Yeah.
and I find it a little bit on the overpowering side.
What is the wood that you've been smoking it with?
This is oak.
This is oak. Oh, this
But
is...
it's a new type of oak that I've never used, or a new supply I should say.
Oh, okay.
Never used before. So I find it a little overpowering on its own as a cheese, but when I had it last night, melted on a crumpet, and it was delicious.
Oh, how marvellous.
So if you
Is that somebody coming?
No, it's a train.
Oh, it's a
it's a
train.
train.
Oh, there's a train. You may not hear that, ladies and gentlemen, but there's a train through the allotment, which is great. So, thank you very much. Here we are.
Chill already.
Are you getting chilly? Here, this will warm me up. This is
Oh, a
smoked.
bit of cheese will warm me up.
Smoked cheddar in oak. So where do you get the actual oak? It's not just ordinary bits of wood that you've got from the wood chip company or anything like that.
I don't know what they do behind the scenes, to be honest, but I believe it is just an oak tree that they've cut down and they've saved all the sawdust from to use for food. Whether it's got to be food grade, I don't know.
Because you're burning it and smouldering it, aren't
yes,
you? And,
yeah, you're not really.
Oh look,
I'm snug now.
She's all a bit cold. So let's try this. Oh. Let's throw the cheese on the floor.
I saved it. There's only one piece on the
one
floor.
bit. Oh,
I'll have that one.
No, I'll have it.
Oh, okay,
it, 'cause
fine.
I like
You
the
have that
slug-
one.
I'll have the slugs with it. So
I've got
I
plenty
don't
more.
mind.
Can't believe I did that. No, yes, I can.
That is delicious. That is really delicious. I mean, that is like having that apple oak. You know, the stuff that you buy and saying that's probably an insult actually, because it's better than that.
Well, thank you.
Although, of course, you didn't make the cheese yourself. But what? I mean, this is the thing: is that you get some cheap cheese.
Yep, that's just.
And you turn it into a premium product.
Yeah, and that's just a value cheese, nothing special.
Right.
As I said in that video.
Sorry, Paul Couchman's asking if you where is the allotment? Where are we?
We're in Littlehampton.
We're in Littlehampton.
It's a
Paul.
big allotment, isn't it? It's a
big field.
massive allotment. And actually, this is an interesting. Well, I don't know if it's interesting to you. It's interesting to me. How long has this allotment been here?
I have no idea.
Do you think it's been here for decades?
I would say so. Certainly World War II, I'd say.
Yes, because in 1993, my friend Nigel. I don't know if Nigel's out there watching, but we shot the pilot of Snug and Cosy in an allotment. Oh, sorry. And as we drove up and you turned into this allotment, I went, this is the one. And somewhere on here, on the other far end, we filmed part of our original pilot for our children's television series back in 1993. And we stayed overnight in a caravan because we had all the equipment and we didn't want to chance anyone getting it. And that was here.
Wow.
And that was here. So
well, there's a reason you're here today then, isn't it?
And I've never been back. I never thought of... Well, I thought it had been built on because there's sort of newish houses. So I didn't realise it was still here. Well, it was only when we drove in, I thought, this is it. This is the one.
Wow.
Mentioned it to you?
Yeah.
Sorry, it was a moment of silence. I thought you were going to say something more than that.
Yeah, and then I got distracted by my own typo, so...
Oh, okay.
I called Mark Mart.
Any what's that? Oh,
it's just the sausages.
Just a sausage. I can smell burning, ladies and gentlemen. So, any interesting comments?
Is it the allotment near the tip?
No.
No.
No, it's not the one near there.
No.
Obviously, we don't want to pinpoint it too precisely because somebody will, come over and nick all your lovely food. Does that ever happen?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
People come in and steal from the allotments.
People will break into these. I mean, they're not the most securest of places, are
No.
they? But some people have lawnmowers stolen and trimmers and things like that. And a few years ago, I did hear of a court case where a couple of people got taken to court for stealing food. They claimed they needed to feed their family, and the allotment holders sort of said if they had asked for food, they would have given it to them.
Yes, because I imagine there's quite a bit. There's probably quite a lot of surplus, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say this: allotmenteers are some of the nicest people you can ever meet.
Yeah, I bet they are.
Very friendly, which is why I think there's a lot of old people who like allotmenteering because it gets them out of the house and sociable.
Yes. Oh, how lovely. Sorry, Julia.
We have a question from Matthew Holdsworth.
Right.
Julia and Richard, how have you got power there?
Well, Julia does this sort of special power dance, don't you? Mm-hmm. She puts on a grass skirt.
I charge up this big battery with it.
Yeah, and she drives this big sort of Pentechnicon van. No, it's actually Richard. Richard's very kindly donated. Well, actually, he may send me the bill in a minute. A tank of diesel, and his van is parked over there. You can't see it, and we're running a cable which the pan has got. What did you call it? An inverter inside the van. Yeah. So yes, we couldn't have done it otherwise, or we'd have to get one of those camper battery, those holiday
battery.
pleasure battery. It's all All a lot of pleasure, don't you know, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, I'm going to put the burgers on now.
Oh, he's popping the burgers on. Let's hang on. I'm going to move the camera. Can I just ask, can you all hear us and see everything okay? Just if you could answer that would be great. So, putting the burger cam back down a little bit. There he goes. Look, there's Richard Suggett's bare bottom coming into view. The naked gardener, ladies and gentlemen.
I pulled my trousers up.
Again.
That's especially for you, Maggie.
There's the builder's bum. It is an this is supposed to be a family show, ladies and gentlemen, but you know it's all good fun. There we are.
And it's all good.
And it's all looking good, Richard. It's nice to be able to live up to your reputation, isn't it?
I've got a standard to keep.
Yes. So the burgers are on. How long will the burgers take? And what are they? Are they beef? Are
They're just beef. I've added a few herbs and spices, like
oh, fantastic.
dill, pepper,
Ooh.
cumin. I'm trying to remember because I made it last night. Yeah, and that's about it really.
Superb. And so how long will they take roughly?
20 minutes, I suppose.
Okay. What time have we got left? Oh, we're only 20 minutes into the show, ladies and gentlemen. So we need some questions.
I could throw in some armadillo.
Pardon?
Could throw in some armadillo or something.
Armadillo?
Yeah.
Have you got what's that armadillo?
It's one of those.
It's a type of animal.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
It's with armour all over its body.
Have you got an armadillo?
Oh, sure, I could find one.
Fair
Got a
enough.
knife? Let's go.
Yes. How extraordinary. Any interesting question? And firstly, can they hear us? Linda Kane says, I wanted to know where he is because probably could get there by the time the burgers have done and try the cheese. Oh, Linda Kane.
Where are you?
Where are you, Linda Kane? Are you in Littlehampton? Wouldn't that be
Oh,
amazing?
that is cool, yeah.
We could send somebody to meet you at the because we do actually have a fourth
pair of hands.
A fourth pair of hands here. You may not come in. This is Jonathan.
Everyone's been talking about the cowboy. Here we go. Here's your cowboy.
Here is the cowboy.
The background cowboy.
So this is Jonathan, who often we get the name wrong. Apparently,
very wrong.
Yes.
Go on then.
Beluzic.
Yes.
Jonathan Beluzic.
Yes!
He's very clever. 3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours of teaching.
Of training.
Constant.
Yeah.
You've been
So-
teaching me for 8 years,
It never
John, and I
ends.
still can't
So
get it
we
right.
went out filming. Let's tell them the story. We went out filming this morning to an interesting place, a tower on
High on Tower.
on Arundel, in Arundel Estate.
Yes.
In West Sussex, and it's an interesting bit. Well, it's got its own history and all that. We'll watch the video when it comes out for that. But oh, hello. but the thing about it is it's all it's a folly, really, isn't it? It's a folly.
I guess you'd say that, definitely a folly.
And it's locked up, and it's all barred up, and you can't get in. And we walked round and we had a look at it, and the
It's just a store. It's just used for storage, as far as we were aware.
Yeah, the Pony Club were using it, weren't they?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
That's right.
Yeah. Well, it was used to store shooting paraphernalia, but now they no longer shoot up there, so it's just a general storage facility, I guess.
So we made our film, which was nice. It's going to be great. And then, just as we were going, we noticed, as if by magic, what kind of car was it?
It was a Renault Megane.
There you go. Little Renault Megane was parked outside. So we cheekily walked up because we could see the woman opening the door to this beautiful tower. And we said, any chance we could just pop our head in?
Have a quick nosy.
And she was more than just generous. She said, yeah, no... I'm sorry. Julia now has to leave the premises, ladies and gentlemen.
Sit down.
She's gone. That's right, have a seat.
It's fine. There we go.
She's coughing.
There we go.
Anyway, to finish our story,
Yeah.
whilst she coughs her guts up, the lady let us in, and wasn't it amazing?
It was just beyond anything we ever expected to see. I mean, I thought we would just see a dilapidated void with dust and rotten mould, and it was anything but.
And it was on several stories, and we could go up this spiral staircase up to the top.
Quite extraordinary.
So we've actually, we've got bonus footage of this incredible building and the inside that I think few people will have ever seen, particularly on YouTube or anything like that.
Yeah, probably, I don't know, not since the last gentleman moved out in the 1950s, maybe.
Are you all right over there? Julia's now tripping over everything that she can see and causing chaos and mayhem.
Nothing new there then.
No, that's right. Go and see what's going on over at the barbecue, Julia.
Hello.
There we are.
Hello. Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Cooking up nicely.
Yum.
I think I'm going to add the onions now into the pan.
Give us a report, Julia.
It's looking good.
Into
It's all
the
looking good.
camera. Into the.
It's all looking really
There we
tasty.
go.
Too close?
Yeah, that's great.
Oh.
So it is a bit of a laid-back show tonight, by the very nature of it, and of course
Ever so slightly.
the sun is slowly going down, so it's going to get slightly darker as we progress, which is going to add to
But
the
the
fun.
mist
I'm
has
about to drink
lifted
from that.
and
Yes.
the blue
Yeah,
sky
it's
has
safe,
arrived.
Yeah, we had mist, didn't we?
It was a bit of a foggy old afternoon.
Which was a shame because we couldn't get the views when we were filming in the morning, but suddenly this evening it's all beautiful, and it is barbecue weather almost.
Very much so.
It's a
very
bit on the
much so.
chilly side for the lovely Julia.
It's quite nice. It's balmy.
So what's happening there, Julia? Is anything ready to eat?
We've
Is
got
anything cooked?
Burgers being turned over.
Bur-
Yep.
yes. Luckily we can't see the builder's bottom.
It's out of shot now, hopefully.
Yeah, only just.
That's for your wife and your wife only, sir.
Oh, it's all good. So let's have a look, see if there's any questions coming in from anyone. An emoji went up with Jay's nose. Oh, went up Julia's nose, so that's good. Looking forward to seeing this, says Paul Couchman. Alan Piddington says, can't see what it's doing. Do apologise. Very laid back. We do like to sort of get a little bit laid back. Full moon tonight, says Alan. Kevin Hall, from a vobing ranting show last night to an upbeat, funny show. Well, there you go. You never quite know what's coming up on the Vobe show. So it's always worth tuning in. Hopefully something entertaining. So that's all good. Grand. Is there anything else to try? Because I don't know about... I don't know about you, Jonathan.
I am a big fan of sausages. They're my favourite. Sausages are my favourite food. You
Let's-
cannot go wrong
I could
Absolutely.
say something
with
there.
a decent shushy noise.
Yeah.
With decent quality.
What's
sausage.
the score, Richard?
Not looking too bad. The sausages are...
Obviously, we don't want to eat anything that's not yet cooked.
Of course not. Of course not.
Can we see much from up there?
Yeah, if you turn that round thing round. There we go. Oh, there we go. Look at
Sausages
that.
aren't looking too bad at all.
Fantastic.
I'm going to add some vinegar and sugar to the onions now.
Oh, vinegar and sugar.
Yeah,
yes,
to try
please.
and make like a...
So what does
onion.
the sugar do? Does that counteract the vinegar?
Yeah, it's just to try and sweeten it.
Oh, okay.
It's a recipe I was looking online for what I could do again tonight.
Yes.
And it was like, it's meant to make like an onion relish, so... Whether it works or not is another thing, so...
Oh, brilliant.
But, as always, I try and use something I can use from the allotment.
Well, absolutely. I mean, that's the whole point. So, tell us how the podcast is going. Have you had a spike? Could you just tilt the camera up a bit, Julia? She's now got a new job. She's camera lady now. She's got, have you had a
Overly
spike of
qualified, I
interest?
I've had an increase in traffic. I've had more listeners. So thank you very much for that, Richard.
Oh no!
and everyone
I wasn't
at-
trying. I was just curious to see how it's all going.
Yeah, no, it's
Because
very,
obviously
very
we've had such a huge influx. We've got all your viewers and watchers now on the Vobe show. He lies glibly. Oh, this is really cool. I'm pleased. I'm pleased that it's all going well.
Yeah, it's definitely been a massive learning curve, and
Well, you're a seasoned performer because you've been doing this for 5 years.
I'm still learning. I
We've
think
only done
I'm
it
one
for
of
5
those that will
minutes.
learn every day I do this sort of thing.
Yes.
Are
Those flames supposed to be crawling up the...
Oh, absolutely. Don't worry about me. If I'm on fire, I'll
Maybe
just,
We'll have a bit of roast buttocks cheeks. that'll be next.
nice bit of rump steak.
Yeah, there we go.
Elizabeth Housden says, where are the sausages you did earlier? They'll be needed, I'd say.
Oh, yes.
This is no Blue Peter, I'm afraid. It might look a bit Blue Peter-esque, but
I
they
do
did
think
not make
properly.
anything earlier, except for the smoked cheese.
Yes. Oh, well, that's marvellous. Well, we still do have some light. I have got lights, which, if necessary, I'll go and plug in. But we're doing quite well. So let's talk to Jonathan then, because you've been working very hard.
I have. Hang on,
On
let me say hello to.
There we go. Look at that. We reveal
That's a bit
the
better.
cowboy
That's a bit
on his
better.
round stone. on his round stone. Actually, the round stone is not too far away, is
It's
it?
not too far away, no.
The and by round stone, we're talking about a garden centre, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Anyway, that's beside the question.
And a pub.
And a pub.
Yeah,
Yes.
Roundstone pub.
So, Jonathan, you've been working on the merch. You are really the merch guy, aren't you?
I am indeed. I have, for the past week or so, maybe a little bit more, been putting together some T-shirts, hopefully some mugs, for tea and coffee mugs. I've got some branded aprons.
Branded aprons?
Yes, I've got a branded
we could have done
apron.
with those tonight, couldn't we?
Would have been ideal.
That would have been great.
His and hers T-shirts too. I've got some with the we've got the polo shirts with the Bold Explorer emblem there. I've got some fitted T-shirts for women. We've got some I Am a Vobing Reporter T-shirts. Got some badges, hopefully.
Gosh.
And that is ready to go on sale any day now.
So it's not quite ready, but basically there'll be a shop.
There will be a shop.
An online shop.
An online shop. It's not run by myself. It's not run by Richard. It is like through a third party. So you will go onto so it'll be blah.co.uk/Bald Explorer. You'll go on there. You'll be able to pick your T-shirt size, pick your T-shirt colour, pick your T-shirt style with the emblems on. Click buy it now. Pay the money to the company, and they will dispatch you your T-shirt or your polo shirt or your bag or your mouse mat or whatever else I decide to put in there.
Yeah, how brilliant. That's going to be fantastic.
Absolutely. And also, if anyone out there has any ideas of what I could add,
Speaking of,
yes.
car stickers?
Car stickers.
That's something I can look into. I don't know if it's an option on this particular company. But
That's a very American thing, isn't it? Bumper stickers. I know that the Americans like their bumper stickers, but car stickers. Oh, for the back window. Yeah.
I think I need a bumper sticker.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd have at your bumper sticker. Show us there we are. Just a slight. Oh no, the crack disappeared then.
Oh.
You need a rolled up piece of newspaper shoved down there.
It's offensive, quite frankly.
Yes.
I think Kev Hall wanted to hear some sizzle. Should I try and give some sizzle sound?
Oh yeah,
Shall I?
yeah. See if you can get the microphone over. We're going to take the microphone over and get a little bit of sizzle sound, which will be great. Just going to brighten up our end a bit. So Julia's just manhandling the microphone there over towards the. This is all. This is the great thing about live.
You get that?
Yeah, it sounds like you're actually. Hang on, I'm going to listen in the headphones. We do have the quality. Oh yes, I can hear that now, ladies and gentlemen. That is
a microphone being covered with charcoal smoke.
Yeah, don't burn the microphone. That's an expensive Sennheiser. Thank you very much.
Well, they wanted to hear. They got to hear.
Nearly £10 paid.
Yes, there we go. So I can take those off now. Fantastic. This is amazing. We should do more of this sort of stuff. I really want to try and get out more, to different places. So, if anyone's got a garden, a back garden, a nice back garden, we either need 4G or your internet connection,
or a nice balcony,
or a nice balcony
with overlooking the sea, or a river, or some fields.
If you would like the Vobes show to come and do the show from your pad, it's all possible. We won't necessarily bring as many people, if a whole party of people, but it would be great fun to do it, and we'll somehow. Oh, look at all that lot! This is looking good. We'll somehow, do something which would be great. There they go. How's it going, Richard?
It's looking very good.
It's looking brilliant down there.
Yeah.
It smells lovely.
Positively edible. Yes.
Can you guys hear the rumble in my tum?
Is it some people?
Cute animal going by.
Or is it somebody on the phone? Oh, look, there we go.
Walking their dog.
Walking past. Hello. No, that's all right. You didn't know we were hiding in the bushes, so to speak. Well, not actually.
In a good way.
In a good way. Yes, that's right. I mean, it must look a somebody, just for the benefit of those watching, so you can't see. There's a little walkway in front of us. I mean, it's more of the same, really, going that way, but people can walk along. And so we're very exposed at that side. And a gentleman just walked past with his walking his dog and saw us with the bench and the computers and the laptop and the microphones and all this. It must look a bit peculiar, really.
Probably another allotment here.
It's probably what, sorry?
Probably another allotment holder.
Another allotment hold. Oh, how brilliant. It does that practically. There we go. And, any questions, Julia?
Yes. How many allotments are there here?
Oh, that's a question.
Well, I'm number 128.
Right.
And I think I've seen down that end number 157, so probably up near the 200.
Cool.
I'd say.
That's quite a few.
That's very impressive, isn't it? I mean, it is a huge allotment.
Yeah, but also that's how many plots there was originally. They split them into two. So I've got 128A and 128B, which together make a full plot. But originally I only took on half a plot until the next one was vacated, and I took on that and expanded.
Wow.
So you could have up to 400 allotment holders on here.
Bloody hell.
Wow.
I mean, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a lot. So tell us some of, I mean, I know you said that you're planting sort of everything. What would you, if you were new to an allotment, let's give some people some advice. If you're doing this for the first time, you've got a patch of grass, or you've made a space in your garden and you want to think about sowing something now, what would be a good starter for people?
Right, I would not say sow anything, I would say keep it simple.
Right.
So go to a garden centre and buy some plants in pots that are ready to be planted. Sowing seeds is another skill set. If a beginner, you might as well just jump in and learn how to grow something.
Right, oh, okay.
I always say grow what you want to eat. There's no point growing something you're not going to eat.
No,
so
well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You'd be amazed the amount of people that grow runner beans
But don't like them.
Yeah.
Runner beans are they ones that they go you get a lot of them? Because I always think I think Harriet's mum used to grow runner beans, and there were just so many of them. You just think you could never get, even if you like them. You know, there's that tendency to grow too. Is there well, that's a question. Is there a tendency to grow too much of something?
Yeah, definitely. When you get too much, you call it gluts.
Yes.
Which is far too much produce for what you need.
Rocket, isn't it? I put a little rocket plant in my garden a few years ago, and it just exploded and ended up everywhere.
Yeah, and that can come back every year.
And so I guess that's a bit of a worry, isn't it? If you put something down and you don't necessarily contain it, there must be those that spread like rhubarb, that spreads like wildfire.
Mint is the worst for that, because that will take over a plot in no time at all.
Question about, what about growing herbs in pots? Because I have tried and failed many times to grow the likes of basil and mint and chives and parsley.
Well, chives are incredibly easy. They can grow in a pot very, very easily, as long as you get the right conditions for the plant. So most of the herbs you've just described there are Mediterranean herbs. So they need somewhere warm, sunny, plenty of moisture or plenty of damp soil. I suspect in your flat there's probably a lack of sunlight coming in.
You might be right there. It is north facing. It is north facing, yes.
Oh, right, yeah.
But you should still get away with some of them. Again, a lot of it is trying and see what works for you, as opposed to trying to make a plant that doesn't grow and keep trying. But experiment. In your case,
interesting.
No, go on. Sorry.
Mint will probably do quite well in your place.
Yeah.
That grows like bananas.
Like bananas?
Like bananas.
They grow well.
Do bananas grow well?
In this country?
In this country, bananas, you can grow bananas.
No kidding.
Can you?
Grow them down at Parham, yeah. Parham House, they grow bananas.
Who knew?
All right.
In
Who knew that?
There
Bananas.
was a place going back probably in the last century, a place somewhere in the UK I heard, that was the world's international centre for growing bananas
Oh.
in the UK.
Well, who'd have thunked it?
Emily would like to know if you've got a top tip for getting rid of slugs.
Ooh.
Yeah, encourage hedgehogs.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah, in my garden at home, I do get a few slugs and snails, but I have encouraged hedgehogs and birds to come into the garden. Obviously, I've got the chickens as well, and I don't use any slug killers or anything. I just let them do it.
A lot of people don't know how to encourage a hedgehog, so how would you do that?
Right, well, you've got to put food and water out for them. You can use cat food or dog food, but I prefer to get actual hedgehog food, which you can buy from most garden centres or pet food shops.
What would that consist of? Just seeds
Just
and
like
bit of meat?
a meaty, dry, meaty, like
Okay.
dog biscuits sort of thing.
'Cause I was thinking the other thing you could do is set up a little a hedgehog hide, and there are various places online where you can find out how to do that.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah,
A couple of weeks ago, I done a podcast on this. So if anybody wants to go and have a look on the website, you will see, or you'll find a blog post with that podcast, which
Sausages.
talks
That's
about it.
Ian.
hedgehog house is a good idea. Growing
Possibly Richard's
bushes for the hedgehogs to live
Oh,
under, and also a gap in the fence to let the hedgehogs roam.
That's right. So
Hedgehogs
they
will
can come in and
cover,
out.
they will cover a 2-mile area in a night.
Gosh, 2 miles.
2 miles.
Wow, that's a
Quite
lot.
something.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
We got a few more questions. Sorry,
That's
to
all right.
break that up. First question is Ian Suggett says, how long for the sausages?
Cheers, Dad. they're nearly ready.
Yeah. So there we go. Got that in. Mark Taylor says that he grows patio sizzler chilies
Ooh.
on our kitchen window ledge.
Nice.
Is that a good thing to grow?
Chilies are always a good thing to grow. I do like a good chili.
Julia, do you like chilies? No.
Not the hot ones like you eat.
No, that's true. That's true. What else have we got here? I seem to be growing blackberries, says Glenn Johnson. And I always do runner beans, says Kushti Phil, and let some go to seed for next spring.
Good idea.
Is that a good idea?
Yeah. Yeah, that's keeping your seeds that have grown in your garden, so that genetically they're tailoring themselves to the conditions of your garden, which is a good thing to encourage.
So, Julia, do you want to have a sit down?
Yeah.
We're nearly ready.
Oh, we're
Although
nearly
it's nice
ready.
and warm over here.
So, sorry,
No, not at all.
But
not
get
at
out
all.
of my
just
chair.
be careful of that
I will.
wire.
I will.
But doesn't mean to say you have to disappear.
I won't. I will go and stand in the background.
Yeah, how lovely is that?
Who wants
There we
cheese
are.
on their
That's
burger?
Jonathan
Always a pleasure.
Baloo.
Cheerio.
Music. Baloo is
So
Baloo-
near.
Oh,
yet so
yes, I
far.
lost it that time. I lost it. So there we go. Isn't that
Would you
mind
like
your wire?
cheese on your burger?
I would like a bit of cheese on my burger. Yeah. So this is really interesting. It's going well. People are asking questions. The van hasn't run out of diesel,
Is it
which
still
is
on?
which
Still
is
on.
yeah, it's still on, but the power seems to be on. We haven't been cut off. It is slowly getting darker. I notice every now and again. I have to keep just opening up the aperture on the cameras. Problem is local cats eating food, says Linda Kane. Is that a problem? Local cats, rodents, that sort of thing, Richard?
I don't so much get any trouble with cats except for when they go for my chickens.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, the rats and mice can be a problem. But it's just a case of living with it. You know.
Yes.
Birds as well, they will eat your food. You've just got to live with it and accept that you're going to lose some.
Right.
If you're having that bigger problem with the cats, there is something you can do. Basically, you kind of like make a maze. If you get some bricks, basically, build this like maze. I've seen it done on some documentary. But basically, so the hedgehog can get in and find the food, but the cats or badgers or foxes can't. That won't stop the mice and rats, though.
No, I guess they're a bit small. But if
There's cats around, then you
Yeah.
shouldn't have too many of them.
Yeah, some people keep feral cats, don't they?
Yeah.
Is that a good thing to do?
Well, yeah, I mean, people who have lots of land, and particularly stables and stuff, they'll tend to have some, not necessarily feral, but I suppose they do amount to feral. They have human contact, whereas feral cats don't really have human contact.
And because they're basically
But
hunting
yeah,
animals,
they're
aren't they?
outdoor living
Yeah.
animals, and they'll get fed occasionally, but not regularly. They'll get fed once a day rather
because
than
I
2
guess
to 3.
otherwise they won't bother to chase
Exactly.
the natural food.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting. What other sort of problems would you have on an allotment? I mean, what about other people planting stuff near you that's going to somehow impede what you do, whether it's tree plants that take away your light or things that like Japanese knotweed that sort of might spread onto yours? You have different problems with that?
Well, Japanese knotweed is banned in this country.
Oh, is it?
So
Oh, okay.
yeah. If you come across it, you've got to ring the council and they will dispose of the knotweed.
Right.
But it does crop up, it does self-seed, so it is a possibility that it can turn up on your plot.
Okay.
As for what other people are growing and that may affect yours, there are most allotment sites have a set of rules, and that's one of the things that is said in the rule, just to take consideration of your neighbours and everyone else. Again, most allotmenteers and neighbours are pretty friendly here, and will work with you as long as you work with them.
Well, that's brilliant. Well, as you say, it seems to be a very friendly bunch. Not that we've seen very many of them out. I'm sure if they knew we were doing this, they'd be over because smelling. Did many people have barbecues on their allotments?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. I mean, there's some, I don't know if you saw them when we drove in, there's some kids with some kids' play toys.
With aerosols and and JCBs. Yeah, I saw them going around digging up. I think they were the council, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
With concrete layers. No.
So,
Yeah.
are they nearly... Oh, yeah, no, you said...
We've only got 15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, so we need to be eating something. I don't want to put the pressure on you, Richard.
Yeah.
You've only got so much diesel in that van. Yes,
Yeah, we're good to go.
Oh, we're good to go. Let's have a look. What's occurring down there? We can see your backside.
Sorry.
It's all right. No, I'm just tilting the camera to look at the shelf. Oh, it looks like food is going in there now, ladies and gentlemen. This looks very good. You had a closer look. Does it? It must have. I can't really smell it from here.
Delicious.
Oh. Right. You like burgers and stuff?
Yeah.
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 I ain't
So,
vegan yet.
Oh, hang on, one lot's coming through.
Ladies first.
Oh,
so
here it is.
There you go,
Thank
Julia.
you kindly.
Oh, look at that. How lovely. God, that looks very nice.
Yum, yum, yum.
Homemade burger with homemade cooking in the homemade allotment. You couldn't ask for more, could you?
Let's have a little
I should say I've never done this onion relish before, so it's an experiment for me as well.
Oh, so if we don't like it, if we start throwing up, well, it'll be at the end of the show, so that's all right, you know.
We can hide that.
Yeah. Oh, next one coming through.
There you go,
Thank
Richard.
you very much. Oh, this is terrific. Here we are. Look, I've got more or less the same, which is superb.
You haven't, have you?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm such a copycat.
Oh no, can't do anything original no
It's
more.
so easy. Yeah, absolutely. Do you have salt and pepper or any things?
I'm afraid not. No, I do somewhere, but it means
rude.
empty in the shed.
Pepper? Really?
A little bit of black pepper. I would just, little. What is it to zizz it up a bit?
You do like a little bit of food with your pepper, though, don't you?
I do like
just a little bit of food.
Yeah, I tend to eat pepper with something. So let's just catch that. Oh, we missed it then.
There is quite a bit of pepper in the
is there?
burgers. Yeah.
Oh, marvellous.
I know you like your burgers cremated as well.
Yes,
So hopefully it's cooked enough
I'm always
for you.
worried about meat. That's all. I'm not somebody who likes to see the red in the meat. You don't mind a bit of red in your meat.
Yeah. But I worked in a kitchen, so I've seen them cooked and stuff regularly.
Yeah. See, there's a drop knife. Look. Should we try it as we head towards the end of the show? Let's give this a little try. So a shame that all you lovely viewers out there can't be here. But then Richard would never have got round to cooking everything. So we're going to give this a whirl, Richard, if that's okay.
Shall I come in?
Cheers, Richard, and thank you so
us.
much. Yeah, do join us.
Join
Here we go.
us. Do you want the chair?
No, you're all right.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
The
I'm
chair's
fine.
around somewhere. Oh, it's over there.
Alan says, watch out for them midges when you turn the lights on. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Richard, if you have a surplus, you could all club together and sell from the allotments for charity. Is that something that happens?
Because it's council rented, they have rules about selling produce, whether it's for charity or not. I don't know. But I certainly do think we should club together and give it to homeless charities to feed the homeless or something. Or even food banks and stuff. The trouble is food banks want canned food, not fresh food.
Oh right.
So, but yeah.
Margaret Peacock says that Richard used to sleep over in his hammock at his last allotment. Is that true?
Yeah, that's my dad's missus. So thank you, Margaret. Yes, that's true. I used to have a hammock set up and stay over every now and then. That was over in Brighton.
Wow. So are you allowed to... I mean, surely you're not supposed to kip overnight.
You're not... I think one night you might get away with it. You're not allowed to basically live in allotments.
I mean, I did stay in the caravan, as I explained earlier. Nobody was supposed to know. Food looks yum, says Maggie. Maggie, it is yum. It's absolutely delicious. It's really good. Thank you so much. We haven't eaten this evening, so
No.
we were depending on this, really. In the Garden City, says Mark Taylor, just as I shoved something into my mouth, we have a community garden where fruit and veg is grown and shared amongst all who take part in its upkeep.
Great idea, that. I think there should
Isn't
be
it
more of those.
Does he do takeout? Do you?
But you're right. I mean, that you could sort out a lot of people's problems if you had a big swathe of land and people just came in. It's like going back to the very, very old days where people would till the soils in back in the medieval period and before.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the days of the serfs.
Well,
Wouldn't want to be the serfs as such.
There was evidence of allotments back in Saxon times, so it's not as modern as what people seem to think. And of course, even medieval times, the poor would club together and grow their food as a normal thing.
And there's nothing more laudable, is there, than growing your food and sharing it with other people, because it's the basics of life. You need to eat, you need to drink.
Take Paul Couchman from the Regency Townhouse. How he could probably tell us loads of stuff about the history of food and what have you. Well, we know he can.
Yeah.
And on that particular note, Paul Couchman and I, and the lovely Julia, hopefully, sorry to talk with my mouth full, we're doing a series of 5 recipes which will go out over a week with Paul Couchman, historic recipes from, I'm not sure if they're going to be necessarily from the Regency period, but historic food recipes. We're going to film them all in one day, and then we're going to pepper them throughout the week. I just thought I'd get that in, a pepper joke. Have you managed to get your stuff in, by the way?
Not yet. I've got 2 more to do.
You've got 2 more to do.
We've only got 10 minutes.
Right, I better get the washing on the line.
Yeah, so there you go.
There you go, Cupid.
So we've got a day of that coming up, and hopefully, I think we're going to be filming that at the Regency Townhouse. I'm not sure if Paul is still out there. It's absolutely brilliant. So it's all good. Richard's disappeared. I wonder what he's up to over there. Any other questions? Has anyone else lost the comments? Oh, Emily's sort of lost the comments. Have you lost them?
I have, yeah.
Oh, is that? Oh, right. You've still got the picture, though, hopefully. Helen Neal says, it's good to see Julia actually eating.
Everyone here has seen me eating lots, Mum. They have. Sorry, guys.
It was
Eating
nice to see you, Helen. Helen is Julia's mum, as you just said.
My mama.
She invited me round for a cup of tea.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, how lovely.
She's ever so nice like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, she bought me a very, part, we picked up your son when we were finished filming with Jonathan.
We split the bill, actually.
Yes, well, that's true, yes. So
Mum and I.
Maybe you bought mine then, and she bought Elijah. Somebody bought mine. Well, between the 2 of you, I didn't buy it.
Mum and I split the bill.
Yeah, so today, ladies and gentlemen, I've been eating for free. I had free lunch with you and your family, and now Richard's very kindly provided the lunch. So, it pays to be a YouTuber, Facebook person from time to time.
Or his sidekick.
Or his sidekick, exactly. Everybody's lost comments, apart from Jane. She seems to have got the comments. I know stuff about nutrition, says Mark English, and have 0 knowledge about cooking, which he says is very embarrassing, really.
Well, it's a bit like me when I first started out with you, and I was like, yeah, I love trees, I'm a tree hugger. And then you were asking me about the trees, I was like, but I know nothing about them.
But we're
rectifying them.
I'm so proud of you, Julia, because now when we go anywhere, you're going ash, yew, beech, oak. You're just reeling them off.
Yeah.
And then you're going, oh yeah, elder, and I'm going, is it? Oh yeah. So I've got to try and, I have to keep running back and getting my book out to work out. Oh yeah, she's bloody right again. Oh, we got sausages now.
Sausages.
Let's have a look at those. We've only got a few more minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. The light is going rapidly, but here we are. I'm going to delve in. I do like... Oh, these are hot. Oh, look, we've got plastic knives and forks. Plastic knives and forks.
No expense paid.
Anyway, so I'm going to dig into here. This is absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much, Richard. This has been an absolute... Delightful, hasn't it?
Well,
any pepper to go with the...
I'm going to pepper you in a minute.
I should have remembered the pepper, so...
These are lovely.
I can't even cut... Oh, yeah.
Did you do anything special with these? I know these are shop-bought sausages. I think you said, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I didn't do anything special with them. I just put them on a barbecue and
it's the way you cooked them then?
The barbecue makes everything taste good. Sorry, John. It's not
yeah, no, it's absolutely... You can see the light is disappearing. Let me just see if I can get us a bit brighter for you. Oh, there we go. It's a bit brighter. before we disappear. Let's see. Has anybody got your comments back? There is no such thing as a free lunch, says Emily Champion. Yes, I know. I'm paying for it, really, in other ways. My comment stream is frozen. No, everyone's worried about their comments. This is the problem. Keep going till it gets dark, says Kevin Hall. What sausages, says Alan Piddington. These sausages, you nana.
Someone said something about the Petworth behind the scenes video. That one went out.
Oh,
it?
yeah.
It did.
Did your dad did one about the meet-up. Has that gone out?
Yeah. I think it did as well.
Oh, did he?
I think it did.
I don't remember seeing that. I remember seeing the Petworth one your dad
I know the
did.
Petworth one from my dad came out. Yeah.
So, oh, there's Richard.
I'm here.
Yeah, sorry. We're getting
I'll join him.
We've got about 5 minutes left. Lovely banners. Oh, bangers!
Oh,
That's what you mean, Dave Bailey. Lovely banners, he wrote. We don't turn around. Yeah, they're lovely, those banners. But the bangers, they're even better. It's a little bit... We're watching... Hang on. We got the feed coming back slightly delayed, and we've just seen ourselves turn round looking a little bit confused and a bit bizarre. So it's been so successful. I'm so thrilled with how this has been.
it's been really fun.
It's been really fun. Definitely want to do more of this getting out and about. I guess evening is great because we didn't have a huge audience live when we did the Regency Townhouse because it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a very beautiful sunny day on a Saturday. So who's going to be in? But I mean, it's a great crack, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I feel that we've kind of run it. Is there anything else that we need to talk about? Tomorrow I'll be back in the studio. What is it tomorrow? Thursday.
yeah.
Yeah, it's going to seem a bit dull. Back in the studio. No guests, no nothing. You know, it's nice for the Vobes to get out of that padded cell once in a while.
Oh, who let you out today?
I don't know.
Oh, wait.
I found the key.
We did.
Yeah, we invited him out, didn't we?
Yeah.
Sorry, there's no group today.
today.
There's no group pictures. We're not looking at the group.
No gallery.
No gallery.
We can do the dance though if you like. Should we do the dance?
Yeah, let's do the dance.
Ready,
Hang on,
ready?
let's get the music.
Ready?
Hang on. I've got to find out. Remember where the music is set here. Here we go. Here it comes. Are you going to do the
Ready?
dance?
Yeah, I'll do the dance.
Just to prove we still have music. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fingers at the ready.
I'm assuming that's going. I can't hear it.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
This is insane.
You put your fingers on. That's better.
Yeah. So actually, we can't hear. I can barely hear a sound. So that's.
I still feel we've accomplished something
Yes.
there.
Yes.
So.
We managed to get that in.
Thanks,
so
guys.
I'll fade that out. Or turn it off. I can't remember how to do that now. Oh, here.
Eeny, meeny, miny, pop.
So, tomorrow's walk, let me tell you, what the hell is tomorrow? Oh, yes, tomorrow's walk, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out with Sharon and Simon Brown, to think then, I haven't been drinking, and I'm at Wimpole Hall and Gardens looking for a Gothic tower, or a folly. It's another folly. And up in Cambridgeshire, Wimpole Hall. That's the walk. Filmed it a couple of weeks ago with the lovely Simon and Sharon, and that's coming to you tomorrow. And I don't know what the Friday one is because I haven't edited it yet. So who knows? Who knows? But anyway, that's to look forward to. It's all going very well. So, who's that weird, strange person behind us?
What strange person? Me?
No. It's the Rhinestone Cowboy back again. Well, look, if we look at the other camera, it's all dark and miserable over there. Couple of people still doing something. I've got a mouthful of sausage now.
The Barbie is fading. I don't even see it.
But we've got the rhubarb on, so we've got our pudding sorted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've got the rhubarb, but we won't be here because It's virtually time to... Well, it is. It's 9 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. It's 9 o'clock, British summertime. We've got a little bit of light there. He's still there in the background. Jonathan, it's been lovely to see you. Wave to the camera. How fantastic. Richard, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me again.
We've loved it.
Thank you for
having us.
Richard, thank you so much.
Thank you. And Julia, thank you. And Maggie, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for tuning in on this beautiful evening. It's been great. Loved it. So, ladies and gentlemen,
when you hear this music,
it means that we've got to pack all this stuff away and eat some rhubarb stewed, which will be fantastic. But until the next time, see you tomorrow. Take care, one and all. Thanks for watching. And from Littlehampton, bye for now. Bye-bye.
bye.